Hi guys, Gokul here. Good to see you all once again. Today we have with us the 2019 Toyota CHR. Now the CHR was first launched in Malaysia last year, and for this year Toyota Malaysia have added a few updates. And what are the updates? First thing, you get this new silver trim on the bumper. This is new, this wasn't there before. And then we have the new wheel design. Now this wheel design is what the CHR in the European markets get, but they get a nice big 18-inch tires lah. But for our market we get a smaller one, but design wise it looks the same, looks good, looks sportier though. And besides that, there is also another new color, but not this color, we couldn't get a unit in that color. Nice bright funky Feng Tao green color, you can spot it from a mile away. So that green is new. Also for this year you have the TRD Sportivo Aero Kit, which is available as an option for 3,990 ringgit. What do you get? You get this whole front bumper extension lip and all that, looks very garang. You get this nice black over fender, which adds to the sportiness. And in the rear, the bumper also has a nice lip and it looks way sportier. And the price of the car, is there any change? No, starts from 150,000 and let's say if you opt for the TRD Sportivo Aero Kit, you add another 4,000, so about 154 you get this. Okay, now let's see what updates they have installed inside. Okay, now I am inside the 2019 Toyota CHR. What is new? Nothing much, but the update is quite important, significant if you ask me. We have the new updated infotainment system, 6.75 inches. What is new? Now we have Android Auto and also Apple CarPlay. That means your Android phone, your Apple iPhone, whatever, you can just connect it. Before this, there was no Apple CarPlay, there was no Android Auto. We only had Mirror Link. Now Mirror Link is good, you can mirror whatever is happening in your phone to the screen and all. But what happens is that your phone screen has to be running, and you leave it on for let's say 1 hour, it's gonna suck your phone's battery. So in that sense, it wasn't that good lah, because even for last time we remember testing our phone using the Mirror Link, our phone heated up, battery went dry. So now that we have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, you can just lock your phone screen, dump it one side and just enjoy the new system. Infotainment system aside, what is new? Now we have the DVR camera, but this comes as an option, 650 ringgit, so you add it and then you have dash cam, all yours. Besides that, things are still the same. You get leather seats, nice dashboard, leather steering, a whole lot of functions, but all this is the same, nothing much has changed. So the new feature is the infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and the new DVR camera option. Alright, so now that we are done with the new features, let's see how it drives. And I mean, it should feel the same, but still, let's see how it drives. So now we are driving the 2019 Toyota CHR. As we mentioned earlier, the updates go as far as the cosmetics are concerned, and also in terms of technology, we have a new infotainment system. Besides that, mechanically it's still the same car, powered by a 1.8 litre DVVT engine, is same as the Altis. Very smooth, quiet, refined, comfortable. It feels much more nicer to drive, and you know, sometimes it's good to get some second opinions, right? So we have my colleague, Mr. Arvind, BMW Sifu, BMW for life. So he's all about the joy of driving and all that. So he has also driven the CHR. And so bro, do you agree with me by saying that we can say this a nice car to drive? It's a good driver's car.
It's a very fun car. You know, to match the looks that you get on the outside, the driving experience it's funky, it's very dynamic. I was in short blown away.
When you're driving the CHR, you're actually thinking of a Mini. I mean, that's how well it drives and handles.
It's a Japanese Mini.
Yeah, I think so. Whether you agree or not with us, I don't know, but we can say that it's somewhat a Japanese, more comfortable Mini in that sense. You want power, there is power. When you accelerate, the engine doesn't scream. I mean, we have 140 PS, 171 Newton meters of torque. CVT gearbox, but there's no the rubber band effect is not that obvious. So even when you tekan, the engine doesn't scream. It goes. And besides that, how does it feel to be in here? Like back in the days, not back in the days, until recent times when we say Toyota, you're like, a lot of hard plastic inside lah, feels cheap lah. But now you see it doesn't feel cheap anymore. Have the dashboard, it has nice soft touch leather, a lot of piano black trim. The steering feels nice. It looks premium as well. You still have some plastic in there, but it's not your usual, like the old Vios hard plastic. No, what you see, it's nice to see, nice to be in. Wherever you touch, so it's I think it somewhat justifies the price tag.
I think also, detail. I love that inlay you get there.
Yes.
That brown inlay. It adds a bit of texture and detail to the interior. It's not just one flat piece of plastic. So yeah, it's still plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap.
I won't say a problem lah. Like for me, the only complaint is in the rear seat. Space wise, no complaint. It is spacious, but the issue is the rear window is very narrow. So when you sit in the back seat, you lean back, you cannot see anything outside because your face is covered. Even from outside, you can't tell if someone is sitting there. So when you sit in the back seat for let's say about half an hour, you tend to feel a bit claustrophobic.
For me, the CHR was Toyota finding its mojo back. If you compare them in the early 80s, the early 90s, when they were making cars like the Supra, they were making the MR2 and even to a larger scale Lexus.
Yeah, and even the cheaper models were
over-engineered.
Correct.
You know, and they did more than what their price tag actually said they would do. That's why I feel like Toyota kind of became a bit safe in the early 2000s and right up to recent, but this was them finding that mojo. This was them coming out and telling the world how they used to do it.